Hey, welcome back everybody, 6ftHax here. Have for you guys today another Citra quality Wi-Fi battle, and this time it is against my buddy JustWeavile. His channel link and stuff will be down in the description, and I have figured out how to be able to get the battle animations during the Citra Wi-Fi battles. So if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button down below. It does take a bit of effort to bring you guys these high quality battles, so all the support is greatly appreciated. Also, let me know what your answer is to the question of the day, because if you look at my team and if you look at Jack's team, we actually don't have any Tapus or Ultra Beasts, so I'm really interested to see what your guys' opinions are on the question of the day. So let's get this match started. Going into this battle, the biggest threats I saw on Jack's team were going to be the Magnezone and the Gyarados. If Gyarados is sub DD, it could potentially sweep me, and then I have no safe switch-ins to the Magnezone. So I did lead off with my Mega Sableye, expecting him to want to lead off with the Excel Rock, because normally Excel Rock does turn out to be a sash lead. As he ends up leading off with the Gyarados, I was very close to staying in my regular form here, because for those of you who do not know, now that the Mega mechanics have been changed, once Mega Sableye Mega Evolves on that turn back in 6th Gen, it used to have Prankster and Magic Guard. Now it only has Magic Guard, so I would have been outsped by the Gyarados. As he brings in the Magnezone, I do miss the Will-O-Wisp there, but it doesn't matter too much, as I'm going to be able to chew that Choice Specs Flash Cannon. I will be able to knock off his specs. However, though, I do have to fodder off my Mega Sableye here, because I don't have a safe switch in to this Magnezone, allowing me to now bring in my Mamoswine, and only a crazy person would stay in with the Magnezone against a Mamoswine. So I do predict him to want to switch out, and I will be able to take this opportunity to go ahead and get up my Stealth Rocks, as he does unfortunately bring back in the Gyarados. Now, I am in a very bad spot if I try and stay in here and he starts to Dragon Dance. So I'm going to make the hard switch into my Klefki, because I do have the Prankster Thunder Wave, but he has the Substitute, and normally Substitute Gyarados tend to carry Dragon Dance, and of course I do not have the Foul Play on my Klefki. So this Dazzling Gleam is not going to be enough to break his sub in one hit, which means I have to hopefully live this Earthquake and then break the Substitute, or I could just get swept here by this Gyarados. Thankfully though, Klefki does have some decent natural defensive bulk, because I am a specially defensive Klefki. I will be able to break his Substitute, and now he is in a position of where he cannot risk me Thunder Waving this Gyarados, because again, Gyarados is a humongous threat, so he is going to make the safe switch into the Magnezone. And this did cross my mind, but I was really not in the scenario of where I could have predicted him to switch out, because if he had got behind another Substitute, then I definitely would have been swept by that Gyarados. So even though I am trapped in here by this Magnezone, because it does have the Magnapole ability, I'm going to take this chance to get up my 1-layer spikes, and now even though I am down, I do have a bit of an advantage, because I have Rocks up and 1-layer spikes up, which means any and every time he's going to be switching in and out, I will be able to rack up that residual damage on his Pokemon. As I bring in my bulky specs Primarina here, I'm very positive I can live any 2 hits from this Gyarados and beat him 1v1 or force him out. As he goes for the Substitute, just scouting out to see what I wanted to do, he's going to take this chance to just go ahead and go for the Earthquake. And again, with me having Rocks up and regular Gyarados being part flying, if he does switch out and switch back in, then he's going to be very low, to the point where he's going to be in Ice Shard range from my Mamoswine. So I will be able to chew this Earthquake and in return knock out the Gyarados, which means the score is now 43, still in his favor. So as he brings in the Magnezone here, he is going to take this entry hazard damage, and I guess he could have switched in either Magnezone or Arcanine, but again, I do have my hazards up, so along with the entry hazard damage, they would have taken the damage from Moonblast. And my only real switch in right now is my Garchomp, so I'm going to switch into that, as he does a clean 51%, but I'm still in a pretty good spot because he's got no safe switch in to my Garchomp. As I'm able to knock out the Magnezone, he is now going to bring in the Decidueye, and most Decidueyes I've seen on Wi-Fi turn out to be Scarf, so I thought that maybe he would be a Scarf variant, and I don't really want to switch into anything that's coming from this Decidueye, but he eats that Fire Blast, and then he's going to defog away my hazards, which really does suck because now, unless I try to get at my rocks later in the match with Mamoswine, then I'm not going to be able to keep my hazards up, because of course he will be able to defog them away. So here I mainly switched into my Oricorio here as Death Fodder, but he ended up going for the Leaf Blade, and this is really cool because I am modest max special attack and I am the ghost type of Oricorio, and shouts out if you do get the nickname on this Pokemon. I apologize if I'm pronouncing its name wrong, but I will be able to go for the Revelation Dance, which does turn into a Psychic type not Psychic type move, but a Ghost type move because I'm Ghost Flying. So I will be able to straight knock out the Decidueye even if he was a specially defensive variant. He is now going to be able to get a free switch into his Lycanroc, which of course is definitely his Stealth Rocker, as he does end up getting the rocks here. I make a bit of an odd play and I go for the Agility. Honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if I did go for the Revelation Dance here because, as you're about to see, I am going to be able to just barely live on a smidgen of HP, and I will be able to get off a huge amount of damage with this Revelation Dance. So if I didn't go for the Agility, I still would have been in range after Life Orb to where an Excel Rock would have knocked me out. So this gives me a free switch into my Mamoswine, and now my Focus Sash is broken, which does suck, but it's not going to end up mattering too much in the long run of this match, as I do predict him to go for the Excel Rock here, expecting me to Ice Shard. So I want to take this chance to get on my rocks so I can get off that extra little bit of residual damage on the Arcanine and the Kammo-o, so they'll be closer in range of where my Garchomp could potentially finish them off, or even my Primarina. So after taking 2 Excel Rocks, I'm able to knock out the Lycanroc with the Ice Shard, as he does end up bringing in his Arcanine here. My best move to go for right now is to definitely just stay in and go for the Earthquake, because I really don't have much use for my Mamoswine. Even if that Kammo-o turned out to be Scarf, I am Scarf Garchomp myself, so I do outspeed Scarf Kammo-o, as he is able to just barely live that Earthquake. He's going to go for the Burn Up, which apparently makes Arcanine typeless. So I'm guessing that he has no weakness, or he's technically considered a normal type. And thinking that he may be a normal type, I switch into my Primarina instead of bringing in my Garchomp. So now I'm in a position of, do I want to go for the Moonblast or do I want to go for the Sparkling Aura? And in hindsight, I should have probably gone for the Scald, because if anything, I could have tried to get a burn on the Kammo-o if he was a Dragon Dance set without Lumberry, but I'm going to be able to straight nuke this Arcanine, as he does bring in the Kammo-o. He does still have a chance to win this battle if he's able to get up 2 Dragon Dances. However, though, I think he did tell me that he wasn't a Dragon Dance Kammo-o, but he was just 4 attacks Life Orb Kammo-o, and he's gonna knock me out. And because my Garchomp is naturally faster than this Kammo-o and I am Scarfed, I will 100% outspeed him here, unless he pulls something crazy out of his hat and he's able to outspeed me. So I will be able to lock myself into Outrage and knock out this Kammo-o for the 1-0 victory in my favor. So this match definitely turned out to be a lot closer than I was expecting. Again, hopefully you guys did enjoy the battle, and make sure to hit the like button down below to answer the comment question of the day. Thank you all for watching, guys. There will be 2 links on the end screen if you guys want to see more videos from me that you may have not seen already. So with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. So later, everybody.
Cause my brain and heart are both tied in the knot, and this hinders me from crying a lot. This causing me to show no emotion. But when I said I cared, I wasn't joking. But I guess it's too late for me to become broken. For now, I'm living with no more pain, tears of hoping. I'm just coasting. Yeah, I said I'm coasting. No more pain, tears, and hoping.